I say, Paul gets a crucial pole position. Remember, he can win the championship tonight if he can get the pole here and then just score 1 point. Well, he doesn't need to score a point. He has to hope that Casper Flack doesn't win and FL.
Absolutely, very closely congested at the top. The top 5 covered by just under a tenth and a half, and we've got the top 7 inside the 1 minute 7 barrier. And then a load of drivers sat in the low 107s, 4 in fact, on a 7.0. 5 actually is Carlitos there on a 7.098.
Yeah, I don't know why we had technical difficulties. I don't know why that happened. I'll probably have to inquire because this has happened before.
Yeah, we are going though. So,
before.
Yeah, hello everybody. You've only missed the first 10 minutes of qualifying. You haven't missed the major part of the session, which is the shootout right at the end. So stay tuned.
Absolutely. Just got word that it didn't stream, which is very unfortunate. It looks like it's going to rain. If you just joined us, ladies and gentlemen, this is the final round of F2 in PlayStation on PSGL, where the champion could be decided tonight with Paul 16 points ahead of Casper Flack, which means he would pretty much have to win and hope that Paul doesn't. So it's very unlikely, but still mathematically doable. And Casper Flack, his title rival, is in all sports of bother. He's got another invalidation. He's coming into the pits right now, and he's still unable to get anything on the board. Has he just been double stacked? He's double stacked. This is even more time lost.
Yeah, making absolute heavy weather of this. Is only 3.5 tenths down on ET8 Paul's time, and for people that weren't here earlier, Casper Flack setting that time that put him in 12th on a used set of softs, so definitely some pace in the bag. For ET8 Paul to be guaranteed of the championship, he needs 2 points. Obviously, it's very likely that if he doesn't get those 2 points from qualifying, then he's going to win it anyway.
You can't get the fastest lap in qualifying, it's just a pole position. Fastest laps in the race.
Yeah. That is very true. Still stands 2 points though. If he gets pole position and the fastest lap, no matter where he finishes, he wins. Unless he's in the top 10, which he wins it anyway. Just ignore that.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, guys, once again, we do apologise for any technical difficulties that prevented the first 10 minutes of qualifying showing. Absolutely no clue what's happened, but it's quite a lot. 3 minutes to go. It is starting to look very gloomy out there, so we probably came at the worst time possible.
Absolutely, but Thomas Covers is just coming through Jingshao, and it's going to be the first driver to set what you would imagine will be their final flying lap of this qualifying 18-minute session. Currently in P5 on a 6.8, needs to find just over a tenth and a half to make it onto pole position.
That's right, so here we go then, the last lap. Very important for all the drivers here, especially Casper Flack. I've got my eye on him. Owen's coming around the first few corners now. He's quite a good qualifier. I do believe he got a pole 1 week. Can't quite remember, but I'm very sure he did get a pole. Owen got pole position. No, he did not. He got the fastest lap in Mexico. He didn't get a pole position.
ET8 Paul, by the way, is in trouble, down by 1.2 seconds in Sector 1. Going to have to back off and go again. Mario's Formula, who was in 4th place as well, went out a little bit earlier, invalidating on the first attempt, also backing off, recharging and going again.
How's Casper Flack doing? He has some fuel on board, so he can go again if he invalidates this lap. And he will get to the end.
Backed off.
Yeah, he's backed off, but he will have time to get around to do one final lap, and this is the most important quali lap of his entire season. If he wants that small smidgen of a chance to win it all, somehow, he must, and I repeat, he must be high up the order. It's do or die now for Casper Flack, here and now. Otherwise, he is going to need a Christmas miracle 3 months early.
Yeah, and he was very lucky that he didn't end up face first in the barrier as he came up the hill through Ferragira. Had a bit of a wobble over the curb, managing to save the slide, backing off, recharging, and going again. This is all or nothing, like you said, for the driver in 12th. The only other driver that can challenge ET8 Paul to win this championship.
So here we go. Casper Flack makes his way around to the backstretch.
I've just seen Carlitos in the wall, by the way, coming out of turn 4.
Yeah, he was in the wall. He's lost his wing. Back to Casper Flack. Comes out of Decidia del Lago into the middle section.
Hugely important lap times. Piling up the hill towards Ferragira. Made a mistake on his previous turn.
Slide.
A little bit greener that time. Yeah, though. Bit of a slide.
Still clean. No second chances now.
And ET8 Paul's down by 1/10 and a half.
Well, we'll not be looking at him then. He's faster. Oh, that's not fast at all. Remember, he's on old tyres again. This could be the final dagger in his season. What's the time? Oh, he's not even improved. 13th for Casper Flack. The one chance he had. And guess what? Paul has the pole position. This is all over, surely. I might just well give Paul the trophy right now.
Well, I mean, if it's all over, then Casper Flack, I think he might as well go home. He will still have a tiny bit of belief that he can still potentially do something. The situation now, because Paul is going to finish on pole position unless Lawrence manages to find 4.5 seconds in the final sector.
He's not going fast.
If Casper Flack wins this race and ET8 Paul scores 0 points, Casper Flack will take the championship on countback due to the number of second places.
Yes, but the chances are obscene. You don't know how much the probabilities are 1,000,000,000 to 1. I don't like to be a pessimist, but we got to think logically here.
It would be quite the story, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but I'm going to wager my entire commentary career that's not happening. I know, I'm shocking.
We'll have to wait and see what develops throughout the race, but it is ET8 Paul back on pole position. Nordic Ninja setting second fastest time with their first fine lap of the session. SRT Christian Marriage Formula, Thomas Covers rounding out the top 10 ahead of Jan. Tailsborough, Nico Source, Yasis and Lawrence inside the top 10. Owen surprising to be missing out on the top 10, but only 2.5 tenths off pole position. Town in 11th place. Zane, Casper Flack, Carlitos who crashed late on, Diogo Silva, and then M. Sipala failing to get a lap time on the board.
Well, now we wait. This is not the start of the race because, of course, racing without collisions would be no fun. It's racing. There has got to be an element of jeopardy.
Absolutely. And Brazil always throws up jeopardy on its own. So we could be in for a very interesting battle. Casper Flack has got absolutely nothing to lose now. The constructors' battle for his Aston Martin team pretty much thrown out the window with his title hopes after that poor qualifying session. So he can go hell for leather, just try and make up as many places as possible and try and do the best job he can to potentially win this race and hope something happens to Paul.
But I wouldn't want to wish that on my worst enemy. It does look very gloomy out there, so we could be in for a race to finish off, and that would be fun. I don't think so. I think they've got to change it, haven't they? I think they've got to change it. Yeah. Let's see who's going to have the best crash. Oh, I have an early contender there. Paul's not even got off the line. Thinks he's Mika Hakkinen. Owen is cheating. And he gets karma. Karma! Oh no, Paul's been disqualified! Casper Flack wins the title! Somehow. Okay.
Owen's found himself in a very awkward position.
Yeah, that's... what is he doing? What is he doing? He's... can't do that, mate. I remember in... the safety car. Safety car makes a brief appearance. Imagine that. Safety car in the championship. We all know what happened last time. It was a title decider. So
we don't speak of that one.
Yeah, so with everyone else probably getting the fastest lap just for kicks, the chances of him getting the fastest lap as well as the win, Casper Flat that is, are seemingly almost impossible. I never liked the fastest lap point anyway.
Yeah, the mountain he has to climb is probably similarly sized to Everest at the moment, and if he's going to get to the top, he's going to have quite the things go his way in this race. But Brazil, we always say it though, Brazil can throw up all the surprises in the world, and hopefully we do have something interesting going on, even if the championship battle might be one and done after the first couple of laps.
I've just been given news. We're reversing the top 12. It's a sprint race, ladies and gentlemen.
Psych!
That's the wrong number! Oh!
Imagine if we just threw that upon everybody, though. Think of the shock. Yeah, you're actually doing reverse grid, everybody. Enjoy.
No. I would like... I would like to see something like that, but it wouldn't work in PSGL.
No, it wouldn't quite fit in. We've got a little bit of time. Do you want to tell everybody, while we've got the small interlude, about some of PSGL's sponsors?
Yes, I do believe we have sponsors. Who are they? I wonder. Yes, of course, our good friends at GT Omega. They have cool sim racing cockpits, gaming chairs, and loads of other cool stuff. And if you use a code PSGL, whatever that says, whatever that stands for, you use that code at checkout, you'll get 5% off from them. How cool is that? You wouldn't get that from my local store, unless it's a yellow labelled product.
It's some absolutely incredible deals going on there. Is there one more as well?
But wait, there's more. There's PSRC, Sim Racing Centre. And that is the lead provider of all things F1 24, even though it says 23 on the page. Wherever you need a mega setup, expert engineering or strategy advice, or even one-on-one coaching with some of their amazing team, including two-time esports champion Brendan Lee, still not washed by the way. Have a look at Sim Racing Centre. Come on, give us a break. It's the last race. Have a look at Sim Racing Centre using the link below and use the same code again, plagiarists, PSGL, at checkout for 10% off. Gosh, they're very competitive.
My goodness.
10% off. Gosh, that means if I paid £1, I'd be saving 10 pence. Bargain.
Incredible deals, incredible. And the Brendan Lee recovery arc, is it? It's not too much of a recovery arc when you've won two F1 Esports Championships before, but he's definitely very firmly back in the game.
Yes, he is. And we'll see more of him up the coming weeks when we're away. The PC Elite will play. The politically correct Elite, yes.
But now it's just important to wait for the grid to be set in those menus. Wait for everyone to decide what tyres they want to start the race on. Should be a regulation one-stop strategy unless we see a whole truckload of safety cars thrown out and people want to just mix it up a little bit, dabble in some potential two-stop strategy options. And who's going to...
Stop so boring.
Well...
Oh. The
hard tyres are very good, although I'm fairly sure that soft medium is the strategy that you can get away with on this circuit.
Fair enough.
I do imagine we'll see all three tyre compounds, however.
I think they need to have more two-stop races in F1, hopefully in 2026, and hopefully here in PSGL. We need a Pro-Am event involving commentators. You can have commentators teamed up with pros. I want to be teamed up with one of the... Who is it? One of the Ferrari drivers.
Since we've reached the season finale and we are at Brazil, do you want to
Yes.
go through a memorable Brazilian moment that we've got? And I'm not going to allow you to select the 2008 championship finale. And is that
2007, Kimi Räikkönen from 7 points behind when it was 10 for a win, wins the championship against Lewis Hamilton. Yes, the Lewis Hamilton and Fernando Alonso. Two goats of the sport defeated by a bigger goat. Whoa.
That McLaren was straight, wasn't it? I swear Alonso was like 40 seconds off the win in third place in that race. Was absolutely nowhere. Could do nothing about Massa or Raikkonen. For me, I think I've got to say 2012. That was a fun one. Vettel coming back through, wet, dry.
Yeah.
Jenson Button's final win as well. The final McLaren win they got for 9 years also. That was a good way to end out that season, I have to say. Final race for Michael Schumacher as well.
Oh, yeah. Are we going yet? Yes, we are. So in 15 seconds, we are about to have a champion. I don't know who it might be. But hey, you never know. Technically, he's not won it yet, but the chances he can lose it are obscene. So I wouldn't put a wager on it unless you are seeing visions.
Yeah. Remember when Leicester City won the Premier League? What was that, 5,000 to 1?
That was.
I reckon this would be higher.
Yeah, that was over a season, mate. This is over one race.
Yeah, but Leicester winning the league. I mean, nobody predicted that, apart from those who did, and put a tenner on it, and then were incredibly well off 9 months later.
Yeah, I guess so.
Dilly ding, dilly dong. Let's jump into the season finale here at Interlagos. Oh my goodness.
Oh no. Oh no. I don't even bring my Brawley with me. Yeah, it's going to be a zero-stop strategy, which is allowed in wet conditions. I've done it before. It worked. I didn't win, but it was fun. And it has happened. Esteban Ocon, his tyres were absolutely shredded. 2021 Turkish Grand Prix.
Absolutely classic Interlagos.
Does Alex Albon, and this was in the dry, does that count? 2022 Australian Grand Prix? Or is that...
Oh no, because he technically made a pit stop.
10th. Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. And it was before the finish line as well, because the finish line is in front of the grid, or behind the grid, actually, technically speaking. Yeah, when you're driving, it's behind the grid. Usually, it's in front of the grid and parallel to the race control platform, where near the podium is. And that's so they can pretty much, it's always got to be the start or end of the pit lane. And of course, it being at the end of the pit lane, having the grid come right before it would just mean it would be going around a curve. So that's why it's got to be after the finish line.
Yeah, definitely.
The line they cross when they start the race is not actually the finish line. So you don't use that as a marker. The timing beam is, of course, in front of that.
I'll tell you what, though, with this wet weather, this will probably benefit Casper Flack in a sense that I don't think Paul would have particularly wanted this. He would have wanted a nice, calm race, can lead, lights the flag. Now he's got to deal with some potential changeable weather conditions. Hello, Ross Williams in the chat as well. Love to see you.
Hello. How are we doing? Glad you could join us.
We're taking a while here, though. People, whether they're changing their setups to put wet setups on.
I don't really blame them.
I mean, the tyre decision should be pretty obvious. We're getting ready.
Good luck! You'll need it! Let the final race of the season commence. And they're all off the grid in pretty much fair fashion. Paul, most importantly, this is key. Casper Flack's already lost a position. Here we come, round the first corner. Is there going to be any crazy drama? No, there's not. Paul is ahead. Even if he were to not get this, of course, Casper Flack would need the win and the fastest lap. As they come down to the first corner.
Casper Flack's on intermediate tyres.
Oh, gosh. We've got some moving already. Oh, dear. I cannot see what is going on. I cannot see what's going on. Look at all this spray. Let's get that detail up. Yeah, Casper Flack on intermediate tyres. This is a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him. He's already making a move on Zane. On the outside. And the possible race strategy is wet, which is not surprising. Another wet and we'd have a band.
He's certainly not lacking confidence, though. Look at him putting the power down as early as he possibly can. Bit of contact there with TRT Zane, now drifting his way down the hill through Magulio. He's going to lose out to Carlitos coming up the inside into Jung Xiao.
Well, he's got nothing to lose. I don't blame him. Now he might lose position to Sapala as well. Oh my goodness, that was nearly it for him. He goes into the grass briefly and he's already in at 15th. He's not going to be pitting already, is he? No, he's not. He's got nothing to lose. But he's going to get passed by Diogo Silva here. He has absolutely no straight line speed. Paul could just go home and just not bother about this because Casper Flack is failing in his strategy to try and win the race and win the championship in the most obscene way. It's not happening. I'm sorry I'm distracting from all this happening here and not focusing on the actual race. DRS will be disabled for sure. So this will be no help. He has to send it. He ain't going to get it. And it is extremely difficult in these conditions, considering that, look at Paul, he's drifting round. He knows how hard it is, but he's not too worried. He could just go home now. But no, he wants to win. He would want to cap it off with a win.
100%, yeah. As we peer through the gloom in the middle sector, it's TRT Jan battling it out with Nico. Jan not having a very good start, dropping from 6th down into 9th place on the grid. It's actually Nico rather than Jan actually ran the outside, having a big slide through Bika de Pato. I think TRT Zane is going to say thank you very much on the exit. Can't quite put the power down enough, so it is still Jan ahead of Lawrence, who was battling with Nico.
And we have a move for 13th place from Carlitos. And he collides with Sapala briefly, but that is probably as clean as you possibly get despite the contact. So Sapala getting the 14th place over Diogo Silva. Now coming to the line to start another lap here, lap 3. Casper Flack still in dead last. Does he know something that we don't?
Crucially, he's not losing a lot of time. Sapala picking up a penalty along with Casper Flack. He's already got 3 seconds. That shows how difficult it is out there on those inters. But crucially, he's not losing a lot of time. Still able to stick very close to the back of the snake of cars. So if it does dry up, he could be in a much stronger position come sort of lap 15 maybe.
Yeah, but that wasn't a cumulative penalty. That was a slam dunk. I don't think that was that fair, to be fair, but nevertheless, he is still in last place. So it probably won't make much of a difference right now, but we'll see if it does later on. Yasser Saki is battling with Thomas Cummins going on the inside of the turn in the middle section, but he doesn't seem to be getting any moves. He's going to try it down Yun Kao. He's going to try it here, but he's not going to get it. Sorry, what's up?
Oh no, I was watching the same thing as you. It was very exciting. Yasser Saki just trying to stick a nose up the inside of Jung Xiao to get that place from Thomas Covers. Couldn't quite get far enough alongside.
And Owen's getting involved in battle too.
Definitely not close enough to think about a move into turn number 1. No DRS, as you correctly mentioned earlier on. Owen struggling for grip coming out of the center S's and onto the Curva de Sol. Just grappling there in 8th place. Has a decent run. Potentially could try and challenge Yasser Saki down into turn number 4, but pulls in behind that Christmas tree car.
Look at the spray. I can't see anything. It's like I'm watching several cars on fire.
So difficult, isn't it?
And I thought we had it easy, us commentators. No, we have it worse than the players. Alright, the onboard's a final, and Lawrence is giving a left tap to Jan, saying, hurry up, we've got a race to win. And look at Christian, he's 2.2 seconds behind Nordic Ninja already. And the middle pack are just ganging up on each other.
Absolutely, yeah. Owen had another look up the inside of Yasir Saki, this time into Biko Depat, almost pushing him down the hill through Magulio. Can't quite send it up the inside, under braking into Jung Shao. Got to be careful he doesn't clatter into Thomas Covers as well.
And sorry, that was Sapala having a slide out of the final turn towards the long stretch we have, which curves around on the left. And this could be an opportunity for Casper Flack to actually make a position. And he looks like he's in spot to do it. Is he going to do it? No, he's not. No. Instead, Diogo Silva's going to get the inside. In fact, Sapala is colliding with Casper Flack. That's a bit naughty. He has a championship to win. But then again, he's got his own race to focus on, and he's on the outside there, as you can see, of Casper Flack's there, and they're almost coming to collision course here. Into the corner they come. Is Casper Flack going to make a position? Yes, he is. I think there's a problem with him. No, he's not. He's coming back now. Why are we focusing on battle dead last? I don't know. But Casper Flack finally makes a position.
Yeah, it was Sapala having a little mistake into turn number 1, locking up that inside front, going straight on, just about keeping it off the runoff area, conceding 1 place to Diogo Silva, and then Casper Flack eventually helping himself to 15th position, but still a lot of work left to do if he's going to win this championship. ETH Pool looking serene out in front, with Nordic Ninja 0.8 of a second further back.
We apologise for any horrendous visibility on this track. I'm wearing my best glasses here and I can't see anything. I don't usually wear glasses, I only have to wear them when I'm looking at long distance. And here we got a move from Yasir Saki and Thomas Covers. Thomas Covers covering the inside. Zayn and Carlitos having the battle further back. But here's the main event for now. And Yasir Saki could be trying to take the inside here. He leaves some space for Thomas Covers. Thomas Covers still defending the inside, but it may be too late now. There's no DRS here. Owen's getting involved. He wants to positions. Who's it going to be going down to the city of the Lago? They're going to clash coming into the corners, and this may be fatal for both of them if they're not careful. Owen is... oh dear, that's very dangerous. Thomas Covers moving off the pack now. It's got all the gloves off, and Owen is very anxious to watch here. He has a slide round the corner, and Yasir Saki wins position, and now Owen's going to lose position to Jan here. He's got too interested in this battle. He's forgot about those behind him. Now Jan fails to capitalise and doesn't get the position. Whoa, Owen! This is
nipping at
madness.
The heels, yeah. Trying to send it up the inside.
It's not even championship implications yet. We're still enthralled. Because you know these guys can show off in the wet weather, even if the wet is... If this was the real race, they'd be red flagging it for 6 hours. Which you can't
Absolutely,
do.
Yeah. ETH Paul, meanwhile, has managed to double the gap between himself and Nordic Ninja. That's now 1.4 seconds. Is Thomas Covers going to try and return the favour, as Yasir Saki did on the previous lap? Down into the centre. S is not quite close, so think about a move. Jan is sending it up the inside and barging his way past Owen in the horrible liveried car, the rose gold, but Owen a little bit of a bump and run as he holds on to 8th position.
And Lawrence now, my goodness, he nearly loses it out of the turn. And now is coming down to try and take his position, but no, he's just too far back. I think that little nudge he gave Jan hindered him. So Owen now still stuck behind Thomas Covers and Yasir Saki, who are 3 seconds behind Tailspur in 5th place. And this is probably not surprising. They're all pretty spaced out in little clusters. And this is probably common for a wet race because everyone's wet setup is very different and it's going to have varying results, and considering you're only wet racing once or twice a season, it's going to be who's more experienced in the wet. On the dry, we're all accustomed to the dry, that's going to be a close race no matter what. Look at the battle we have here again. Jan, no holds barred, trying to get past Lawrence.
Well, it was actually Lawrence who pulled off a worldie of a move up the inside into Bika de Pato. Fastest lap set by Nordic Ninja, but yeah, it was Lawrence taking over 9th place, just distracting there because Thomas Covers has dived into the pits along with a couple of cars behind.
Oh no, it's not. I think this is a statistically good battle. Zane's actually pitted and went on intermediates. So Casper Flight now up to 11th, but it's not really going to be much help. He is on the intermediates, and he's coming behind. There's no improvement in the conditions, by the way. He has to stick on the dry pretty much. And he's going to make a move on Diogo Silva. Now he's in P10.
Definitely looking to have found a little bit more confidence. He's in the groove now, getting past Diogo Silva up into the top 10. Not particularly... Well, it's got a decent gap, actually, to the guys that have come into the pits, but obviously on older 8-lap-old intermediate tyres. We'll have to see how this develops with Casper Flack almost dropping it there, coming through Ferragira, taking absolutely no liberties with the loud pedal there, coming through turn 6 and 7.
What I have noted is that Casper Flack's tyres are much colder than those on the wets. He's on the intermediates. And I think this is the case for all of the intermediate runners. They're on 59 Celsius on the front left. Yeah, you can see up close there.
Spot.
59 Celsius on all of them for sauce covers. Yeah. Chilly by their standards, yeah. 59 Celsius would probably kill me if I went there. That's Death Valley temperatures in air. 9 for Casper Flack now, with more pitters coming in. It is all intermediate. So Casper Flack, has he had this trick up his sleeve all this time? Oh, we got a yellow flag. That's Diogo. No, that's Sapala into the wall. He's lost his wing. That's in turn 2. And he's doing a little Tokyo drift. Sorry. It's the last race. Let me off.
Gets going again, minus front end play. Interestingly, out in front, Nordic Ninja really flying at the moment, continues to close into ET8 Paul's lead. He's now just 0.6 of a second behind the Pink Panther. What's going on further back?
He's losing it. He's absolutely losing it. He's lucky he's not crashed into the wall. He's sliding everywhere like he's in MF Ghost, and that's it. His race is over, and that's going to be a safety car, I think. Virtual safety car, yeah, virtual safety car. Sapala failed to keep it under control. It is extremely difficult in the wet, let's be honest, if you got damage. That is the end of his race. Now Paul's coming in and taking advantage of the virtual car.
What do you do if you're Casper Flack?
I know, sorry, it's a full safety car. I've just seen on the screen, on the little screen, it's a full safety car, so please ignore that. It is a full safety car. Casper Flack is going to say, screw you, I am going to come out into the lead. Or is it? Look, it's going to be a race. No, I think Casper Flack's got it. Oh, dear. This might be awkward. Casper Flack is in the lead with 9-lap-old tyres.
It's worked out really nicely, though, because look at how much the rain has subsided. By the time the safety car comes in a couple of laps' time, it could be dry. We could be ready for the slick tyres.
Yeah, but remember, he's on 9-lap inters.
He can nurse them, though, to the dry bit. Nordic Ninja, meanwhile, has put wet tyres on again. That's an interesting one.
His favourite band must be Wet, Wet, Wet.
It never gets old.
Oh, well, yeah, Wet, Wet, Wet never get old. They are a Scottish band, after all. So Casper Flack is in the position he needs to be. But he needs the fastest lap as well. Who has the fastest lap? Nordic Ninja on the wets. Okay, it was a different tyre, yeah, but still. Still on, folks.
Oh.
What happened?
Oh, I've just seen Thomas Covers coming out of turn number 9, almost dropping it in 10th position. Jan had to take avoiding action a little bit, managed to keep it out of the grass and on the road, and Thomas Covers continues in 10th place. But a bit of a hair-raising moment under safety car conditions.
Casper Flack. Is he pitting? No, he's just teasing us.
Yeah, he can't throw away this track position. Nordic Ninja's in again, though. Nordic Ninja, what are you doing? It's drying out. You might as well. You've made your bed. You've got to lie in it. You put the wet tyres on accidentally. You can't come back in, give away all that track position just to come out in last.
It was a fatal mistake by Nordic Ninja. Is that? Yeah, it's inters. He's done a Fernando Alonso in Monaco 23, where they put the medium tyres on instead of the inters.
Been the fastest driver out there, Nordic Ninja as well, drifting through the pit. That's a fun one.
I mean, there's nothing really to gain but pride for him. But yeah, there is a title race to be won, and the top 2 are now in the top 2 of this race. And this is going to be quite interesting. It probably won't change hands the championship because, first of all, Casper has a 3-second penalty. He will also need the fastest lap and Paul to score a goose egg here. And Paul, as we know, is pretty strong in these conditions. But this is quite a time to have the safety car.
Yeah, Casper Flack, you better hope that Paul's hungry because he needs to take a trip to the donut shop if Casper Flack is going to have any opportunity to take this championship. I wonder how worn those intermediate tyres are. We saw him doing a lot of drifting earlier on in the race as the track conditions weren't entirely suitable for those green stripe tyres. I think those rears could be in a little bit of trouble by the time we get going.
53 degrees. Safety car in this lap. And now it changes to, look at the temperature of their tyres, 48 degrees. And Casper Flack is just going to tease them all the way to the line. He's got to be careful not to drop it. Don't do that. You're scaring me, sir.
Likewise.
What? This is... I feel like I'm watching Fast and the Furious. This is pushing it, sir. There he goes. He's underway, and he's got a brilliant start. He's kept them all blindsided, and he's gone. Now, Paul, well, he doesn't really need to do anything here. He's just got to stay there as Talesborough and Marios clash for position, and it's 4th place for Talesborough. And lots of ground's lost for Marios. He's going to be swamped by Yasasaki and Owen. A double tag team here could be potentially, as now he's going to try and get that position back from Talesborough. Who's it going to be going to go into the mid-pack? And Marius has had a slide out of the corner, and oh, what is that? What is that that's just come off? Oh, whoa, whoa, my goodness. Owen nearly loses it, saves it, but loses positions. Probably a noble sacrifice to make after losing it. My goodness, he's going to be in big trouble. He's still making moves, though, despite the position, and he's getting pushed up, and Thomas covers his nemesis. Oh dear.
Lads. What are we doing in the mid-pack there? It was Owen who was completely out of control coming up the hill through Ferragiro, had about 4 or 5 different slaps, tried to then send it around the outside of Thomas Covers, who I think in turn made a mistake on his own.
Seconds out, round 2, and Thomas Covers is just, he thinks he's on Dancing on Ice at this rate.
Out in front, though, look at that gap. Casper Flack is going to get swallowed up by his main championship rival, the Pink Panther, pulling over to the right-hand side, going to try and swing it around the outside into the centre. This is Casper Flack, though, later on the brakes, covers off that opportunity for Paul to make a move. Round 1 goes to Casper.
Paul is going to come back, though, fighting. He has the supreme tyres, but Casper Flack's Renault has the experience. Is Casper Flack going to budge? He's going to try and cover on the outside, but it's not going to be enough. And now, here we go. He's really going to be swamped now. Christian's right behind him. Carlitos gets a penalty, and he's even going for it, Christian. This ain't a Christian server anymore.
Didn't really defend it, Casper Flack. Just rolled out the red carpet for Paul. Defended it really hard into the centre S's, and then just waving that white flag down into Decido de Lago.
That is Yasasaki and Marios fighting for 5th position. They collide going into the corner. And now they're going to fight again. Round 2. And Yasusaki's going to get him back. Or is he? Mario still defending the inside. Watching on from Lawrence's point of view. And he concedes position to Yasasaki. It's really starting to get exciting now. There's been a safety car and improvement in conditions. Christian now going to give Casper Flack taste of 3rd place. Losing another position in the process. Casper Flack now, has that strategy backfired? He probably thought there was going to be a safety car, but there's a drawback. Those tyres, sir.
Well, if he can just stay in the train, he was in 9th place before the safety car, when the safety car was called out. Currently running 3rd after being bumped down. If he can just remain sort of in the top 5 come the dry tyre period, which doesn't look too far away as the rain continues to subside.
Oh, no.
But that is a 6-second penalty now for Casper Flack, and well, all hopes of winning this championship falling by the wayside, disappearing like the rain is about to do.
Yeah, I will probably start and hand the championship over now to Paul. He's pretty much... He wins by doing absolutely nothing. Well, not really. He's done everything the entire season.
He has been brilliant though, hasn't he, ET8 Paul, and doing exactly what he needs to do in this Brazil season finale. He only needed 2 points to guarantee it, currently looking on course to get the maximum points so he can nab fastest lap away from Owen, who's got it down in 14th place.
So the battle's going to continue now. It's Yasser Saki versus Talesborough coming out to the final corner. But who is it going to come out ahead in 4th place? Well, let's find out, shall we? Saki not going to make the move. He was thinking about it, but I'll tell you who is making a move. Jan and Lawrence fighting into the first corner, and it's going to be Lawrence that wins the battle, and now he's going to be chasing down Marius for 6th place.
Battle Royale resumed between the drivers in 7th and 8th, swapping places once more, and Carlitos fancying a bit of this action as well. Got a terrific run down the Retroposta. Will he send it up the inside? Tentative look into turn number 4. Thinks better of it though, and holds station in position number 9.
And that's Yasser Saki, and nearly getting through. Oh, he's touched Talesborough. Somehow he saves it.
Well,
will there be another?
Quite a brown pants moment.
Indeed. Where I was going to say there was going to be another move, and that's Sneaker Sauce. It's went off the track. And, Owens went off the track, and he's had to let him through. I think there was a legal overtake for Owen. So, double whammy there for both of them. Talesborough now right behind. Casper Flack is a slide out to the corner. I mean, he's going all over the shop. I fear this might end in disaster. It'll be a horrible way to lose the championship too.
Yeah, he's doing the absolute opposite of a rain dance at the moment. He needs it to stop now because he could get swallowed up by the pack very, very shortly. Here's Talesborough first on the hit list to try and send it around the outside into the centre S's. Who's going to be braver on the brakes once again, as we saw in the battle with Paul? It's Casper Flack, but he gets a little bit wobbly at the apex.
Owen's given up. Owen's given up. He's went to the pits and he's given up. What a horrible way to end the season. And now Talesborough is going to try and end Casper Flack's season right here, right now, in terms of the championship. And he's been hit behind. That's Yasser Saki hitting him, and there's a lot of dust coming there. Ignore that yellow flag. That's Owen retiring. I know they should just pit him up. No, they just let him go again. Quite strange, and that's an opportunity for Yasser Saki. He's turning Marius around. Marius turns around and he has to go off the track. And as a result, hold on. He's back on the track. No, it's Talesborough. Sorry, it's Talesborough.
It was Talesborough, yeah.
I do apologise. And that's Talesborough in 13th place now. Very unfortunate for him.
Yeah, Yasser Saki was poking his nose in a battle that Talesborough wasn't particularly happy about, the driver that was in 5th getting involved with, and then giving him a little bit of a punt for good measure going up the hill into Ferradura. Looked like a bit of a racing incident, to be honest. It, just from my point of view at least, looked like Talesborough was a little bit slow at the apex, and Yasser Saki just caught out by that and running into the back of him and sending the car that's painted black into the pickets on the right hand side. Yasser Saki, I don't think he's close enough to make a move into the centre S's. Got to be careful of Mario's Formula in there as well. Bit of a slide again for Casper Flack through the S's.
Yeah, Casper Flack really starting to feel that his championship could be over, and here's Marius again now on Yasser Saki. This could be 3 wide for 3rd place there. Who's going to make the move? Yasser Saki is going to try and make the move on the inside. And look at this. Through goes Marius. To 4th, yes, but to 3rd, no. And now Jean's going to be catching Casper Flack. Look at this train of cars. This is going to end in disaster, and there's collisions again, but somehow no damage to any car. How?
Unbelievable. And as the sun starts to poke through the clouds, it's certainly shining on Yasser Saki, as he's now in a podium place ahead of Mario's Formula and Casper Flack, who, with those 6 seconds worth of penalties, is going to be tumbling. Slide again, this time over the curves of Pico de Pato. It's Jan going to be trying to challenge the driver in 5th position down into the centre S's on the start of lap 18.
Yasser Saki's best finish in the 9 races he competed was P6. Imagine he gets a podium, that I feel like he's won the championship, but not really, of course. But now Jan is going to make it even tougher for Casper Flack. I think it's time to wave the white flag, sir. You're being swamped by every driver on this grid, left, right and centre. I'd be pitting here.
No, you can't. It's going to dry up soon, surely.
No!
And he's nearly thrown into the barrier after contact with Jan, who was nibbling at the heels and trying to get up the inside through the Curva del Sol. Lost it over the curb and almost sent Casper Flack into the wall with him. Both of them tumbling through the field now.
Carlitos loses position to Diogo Silva. Oh dear, this is going to end in disaster. How they saved it, by the way, at the straight. I will never ever know. Oh no! Oh dear! This is going to end in tears. There's damage everywhere. I'm not sure who that is for. I think it's Tailsborough. No, it's not Tailsborough.
It's a lot of drivers, I can tell you that. Carbon fibre confetti.
Yeah, save the confetti for the wedding or when someone wins £1 million on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Nearly happened twice last night. Oh
so
dear.
Casper Flack somehow has got absolutely no damage, by the way.
And Zane does. That's the Evangelion themed car, as I've always called it. Casper Flack in 7th now, who has been in the middle of all this carnage, is now going to be passed by Jan. Nordic Ninja is making his way up. He's back in the points, but ideally he'd want to be in like top 3, which is where he was before the safety car, and then he made a faux pas by pitting on the wrong tyres.
Thankfully, on this lap, Casper Flack and Jan managed to negotiate the curve of the Sol without driving into each other and almost ending each other's races, and down into Desida de Lago. Jan comfortably behind. Nordic Ninja trying to make up places after that strategical blunder. You can see the sun continuing to poke through the skies. I don't think the rain will be coming down for much longer. Nordic Ninja has recovered into the points-paying positions courtesy of incidents for other drivers.
I don't see the sun anywhere. Jan's got a penalty. Oh no! Oh well, I can't. I'm fully focused on the racing. Maris and Yasser Saki now resume their battle for the podium spot. Maris now in the podium spot. And Thomas Covers and Nordic Ninja are the 2 closest drivers on the track, I think. Yes, they are. It was. Now Carlitos involved in the battle. What have you just seen?
It's Casper Flack playing with fire again. Almost did a reverse entry drift going into Maguglia like Roman Grosjean did in 2012, struggling again coming out of Zhengzhou. Is it going to be third time a charm for Jan to try and get past Casper Flack down into the centre S's? We'll have to wait and see.
Oh, he's nearly cornered him into the wall or off the track or whatever. Casper Flack defends the position. But what grip has he got left? To be fair, it's not going to be as bad as it was before, but my word, he must be struggling. He's got no grip against any of these drivers behind him compared to him. This is just surely an accident waiting to happen. Casper Flack just holding on. He wants to fight on. He knows he's got nothing to lose. Oh, Janet Thomas Covers, are you crazy? On the narrowest part of the track? I thought not, and now he's going to be overtaken by Nordic Ninja! Out of the outside! As he would! Brilliant move from Nordic Ninja.
Thomas Covers getting mugged there down into Ferradura. I have to say, Casper Flack defending really nicely as he has another squirm, this time coming out of Pico de Pato, and another one going through Magulio. Jan not close enough to think about a move to try and capitalise on it. He's been switching this way and that in his attempts to get past Casper Flack, but so far it's been a defensive masterclass, I have to say. Yeah, he'll have another chance though, because he made a mistake out of the corner, and now look how close Jan's getting to him. Look how close! Casper Flack has absolutely nothing to defend from it, except that move down the inside. And Jan got blindsided there, and now that allows him moves behind by Nordic Ninja and Thomas Covers to fight again, but it's not happening. So, the championship might be lost, but oh! What was that? Casper Flack nearly loses it, and Jan has to duck for cover. And this could end in tears again, going right outside. And loose position. Jan's got damage, by the way. I've just seen that. Jan's got end-plate damage. Nordic Ninja getting into this titanic tussle as well, relegating Jan further down the order just to add to the mountain of pain that's piling up with the alien car now into 9th position. And up the inside comes Thomas Covers as well. Jan sees him coming, and he's just getting pushed further down the pack, almost bowling on the exit as we pull through and up towards Pico de Pato. Jan just has the traction on the exit, but this battle is going to continue into turn number 10. Slide for Nordic Ninja in front. Jan gets bowled behind, and Thomas Covers able to pick up the pieces, but what an exit that is from the alien car, and almost a slide from Covers through Magulio to boot as well. Oh my goodness, it's the Rage Room, ladies and gentlemen. This isn't a Grand Prix anymore, it's a Rage Room. It's the last race of the season. We'll just let all our feelings out. We've got nothing to lose, why don't ye? In the rain, well, it was the rain. So here we go. This is more exciting than the championship battle itself, and it involves a championship contender. Look at this! Who's that going in the inside? Oh, Jan has got damage, and he's trying to make a move, and that's Nordic Ninja trying to make a move on then Taurus Covers, and he's not going to make it. Carlitos, and
Talesborough past Jan, who's now down to 12. He might be passed by Nico Sauce and the other alien car. Coming down the stretch they come, and now Jan is down in 13th with wing damage.
Yeah, dropping all the way down. Feels like I'm at the fairground with all of the bumper cars that I'm seeing from the plethora of drivers, especially through the Senna S's and down the Retro Posta. Nordic Ninja so close to the back of Thomas Covers. This train have been fighting incredibly hard. Talesborough in there, just underneath the rear wing of Carlitos. Out in front, 3.5 seconds between Paul and Christian. Look at Carlitos. He's being pushed round the corner by Talesborough and up towards Bico de Pato.
You know it's PSGL when it's all like this. You can't beat it. Are you watching, Mr. Domenicali? This is what the racing we want in 2026. You better look and learn. So Talesborough now is right behind Carlitos. Now, how close is Casper Flack? Thomas Covers to Casper Flack. I wouldn't say close enough, but much closer than anyone would have liked. If you're Casper Flack, that is. There's a battle. Talesborough and Carlitos going through the first corner, and that is the move by Talesborough. He's back in the top 10.
Beautiful stuff. Regulation down into turn number 1 to relegate Carlitos outside the points-paying positions. He was really slow coming out of Zhengshao, and Talesborough just saying thank you very much. Up into 10th place we go. Thomas Covers on the list to try and pass Casper Flack next to somehow is still in 7th place. I've got no idea how he's managed that. Nico Source at the back of them. Jan also struggling with that front wing damage to cling onto the coattails of this group of cars. So and inside is Thomas Covers, sending it up the inside of Casper Flack. No invitations required as he forced that car alongside the driver still batting for the championship, but just about has the traction to maintain 7th position for now.
So Casper Flack has somehow lost all that time. He's sliding again. It's still raining, by the way. Still raining in spite of the sun poking out. So, stay on these tyres, folks. Thomas Covers will now have to make an overtake. No one's going to be pitting now. Casper Flack, I imagine, wouldn't even know. What's Casper Flack going to do? He's going to get inside. Has he got DRS? Yes, they've both got the ERS. Coming down the stretch. Who's it going to be coming out of the corner? Casper Flack sliding! And he has to concede the position.
So close to contact, locking the rear tyres, almost sliding into his rival.
Go again.
Now sliding out wide. It's Nordic Ninja trying to nibble at the heels of Casper Flack, but doesn't quite have the straight line speed. Casper Flack aggressively chops over. Gonna have to send it around the outside to see Lago, but just about keeps it within the white lines.
How is this happening? Casper Flack slides again! And he's still holding on. I'm gonna lose my breath again at this. I can't understand. Oh, that is Jan ahead of Nico Sauce.
Nico slammed into the back of Talesborough going into Ferraguer. He's got front wing damage.
Oh yeah, I was about to say, what, is he behind Jan with all that? Yeah, he is. Further up, not much change. Paul is just dominating and running away to victory here. He doesn't really have to do much anyway. It's just a casual stroll in Sao Paulo with Saki and Lawrence fighting for what's his 4th position. But I think Yasser Saki has an edge here. Yes, he does. Then we come out once again. Casper Flack is about to be swallowed up by Carlitos, about to be relegated back to where he was.
Shout for Talesborough though, darting over to the left-hand side. Not going to be 3 wide as Talesborough actually attacking Carlitos, potentially pushing him outside of the top 10 again. Bumper cars through the Senna S's. Talesborough comes out on top as Carlitos given a bit of a shoulder barge out of the way.
Right, where are the pillows? We need to get the pillows so they can be pillow fighting instead. Here we go, again. It is Jan and Carlitos, and he puts his hands up in frustration. At least he didn't put up the middle finger.
Hey, yo, what's your profanity? Casper Flack really slow, coming out of Deceive at Lago. Talesborough says thank you very much, please, and thank yous to claim 9th position. Casper Flack off the road. That's 9 seconds worth of penalties. Yeah, Carlitos up the inside. Casper Flack, I think his race might be run now. 25 laps. He's put on an incredible show, but falls out of the points-paying positions for good now.
Yeah, Paul's the champion now. There is absolutely, mathematically, no way he's going to get this back. He's not even got the pace to set a fastest lap, which is what he would also need to win on count back. Unless Paul has discovered cheating and this is all over. Paul wouldn't cheat. He can't cheat on pace.
His tyres are absolutely dead.
Yeah, Marius, by the way, will finish P3 in the championship if he finishes here. Moustache, who is not racing in the final 2 races, is actually fighting us. Oh, he's pushed him now! This is getting dirty! Casper Flack pushing Jan into the first corner, probably out of frustration, as he's about to be overtaken again. He's got a pit.
Zane picks up the fastest lap. We haven't spoken too much about Zane after picking up that damage. Nico trying to find a way around Casper Flack, who's trying to return the favour. Jan locking up, and that's all the invitation Casper Flack needs to reclaim 11th position. These two have been smashing 10 bells out of each other for the 26 laps of this race so far. That's probably going to continue until we get to lap number 36. Jan just cannot get rid of Casper Flack. He can't get past him.
I thought he made the move there. I thought that's why I went filth, but apparently not. So, yeah. Any last words, Casper?
Not mean to like head loss.
Look down at you.
For some of the drivers.
Oh dear. Well, that might be it then. Eh? He's just made the move, and now Casper Flack, he's on his last legs here. He's on life support. As the two drivers he's coming in. I think this is his last say in this championship. Is there going to be...
he's crashed in the pit lane.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he clattered the Armco as he locked up to try and slow it down and not get a speeding penalty. So he's going to carry on probably another set of intermediate tyres, you would imagine there, unless he's absolutely crazy. He's been passed by Zane. Not that far away from being lapped.
Yeah, and he's in last place now. Yeah, he's lost his championship. Sorry.
Should get the fastest lap, though.
Yeah, but that's not enough, is it?
If every cloud and all that.
That's true. But if you look at the gap, he's 44 seconds. He won't do it. And he would need Paul to, something like that.
Paul is 9 laps away from a Formula 2 championship. Nico Sosa has got past Jan in the battle for 11th and 12th place. Nordic Ninja, Talesborough and Carlitos continue to fight very hard meanwhile coming out of Zhongshao. They're not going to be in this order by the time they get to the Center S's, I can bet you that.
Here we go. It's Nordic Ninja and Talesborough coming in. This is going to be 3 wide. Carlitos is very interested too. Here they come into the corner, and it is going to be Talesborough. Lovely move on the outside. Takes 8th position. But now, is there going to be any response? Despite the lack of DRS, Carlitos is going to make a move on Nordic Ninja now. Nordic Ninja with the better tyres, by the way, ironically. Is he taking a step back? He's using all the energy he can as Nordic Ninja. They go into the corner together. Oh dear, they make a mess of it. And Carlitos loses out on making the move on Nordic Ninja. Nordic Ninja still with some energy left in him. Still in 9th place.
I have to say, that move from Talesborough, probably the cleanest overtake of the race. Round the outside, beautifully done. Inch perfect going into the Center S. Is now Nordic Ninja still with Carlitos all over the back of him. Now with Carlitos almost in his rear diffuser as he gets a little bit of a love tap from behind.
Absolutely. Hold on, I'm just scratching my eyes. That's all this happening.
Paul's in the pits, by the way.
He is, and is this for tries? Now, it probably won't make any difference if he wins this race or not. He'd like to get that 4th win and season. They're all coming in.
What's going on?
Follow the leader, I guess. It's interesting again. Yeah, they've got to make it. They've got to make it. They've got to take safe. They've got to go inters. So Casper Flack, by the way, is too far behind, so it won't make difference. But 88 Paul is going to come out in P3.
Yes.
P3.
Oh, Carlitos has put the mediums on.
Whoa! Hello, we have a baller. Carlitos is going to try and make his move.
He's nearly dropped it in the pit lane.
Thomas covers and battling with Diogo Silva. This is for the lead, by the way. I don't know if they've noticed it. They're actually in the lead, but they're going to have to pit. They are losing so much time to Paul.
They might as well stay out because they've got some decent track position. They were in the lower reaches of the top 10 before everybody came into the stop. We might as well just try and see how far you can push these intermediate tyres. Paul was already ahead of them, but Talesborough doing the same, staying out along with Nico. Has just been passed by ASRT Christian. Look at the grip though. The Paul has got purple in the middle sector in the Pink Panther car, just about squeezing alongside into Zhongshao. Can't quite get the move done there, but through the kinks and up to the start finish line should be up into 2nd place within no time at all.
So here comes Paul. There should be no contest for the champion-elect, and there it is. Paul takes second place. He's probably had the cleanest race of everyone in this race tonight. That's probably the first move he's had to make all week. Nico
Carlitos, I
in.
have to say, by the way, doesn't look too slow on these medium tyres.
No, he doesn't. Let's see what the lap is.
No, Nico Sauce is on soft, so people fancy these slick tyres.
Wow. Well, if you thought it was over, as Paul's made the move, but that was pretty much a long gone conclusion. Carlitos, Carlitos! He's got a penalty. Well, he might not be winning this race, and Nico Sauce I don't think has a penalty. He doesn't.
Look at the battle for 5th and 6th, by the way. Yasisaki all over the rear gearbox. Rear gearbox? There's no front gearbox. All over the singular gearbox of Mario's Formula coming up towards Bica de Pato. This should surely be a matter of time before Mario Storm is kicked out of what was a podium place and could potentially still be a podium place if they can catch Thomas Covers and Diogo Silva. That's 12 seconds of penalties for Casper Flack now.
We said push, but not push that much. Paul now gets the fastest lap. Is he going to round off the season with a perfect game? No, he's not. Christian's just got the fastest lap. Yasusaki's got it now. Yasu's got it now. Who else? Anyone want to try to look? Zane's not got it. Casper's not got it. I think Carlitos might have it here.
Diogo Silva, soft compound tyres.
Yeah. So it's maybe quite interesting, but it's not DRS enabled because it's still raining.
These inters and mediums, or the inters and the dry tyres, look almost identical pace-wise. I think the slicks are a tiny bit slower at this stage. They need it just to dry up a tiny bit more. Then they could be in the money. Thomas Covers with a penalty.
Thomas.
That's going to ruin any opportunity of finishing on the podium. Of top 5 is still potentially possible, almost dropping it coming through turn number 11.
And Christian's getting anxious. He wants to be getting through. Christian, who has not scored a single point all season, is in second place. He has had a best finish of 11th. He's not even scored a single point, and he's only started half the races, but he's going to get a podium, it looks like, as Thomas Covers finally jacks it in.
Soft tyres, I imagine that will be for as well for the final sprint to the flag, and hoping that the rain completely stops. It's been spitting for the past 20 laps in this race with no changes to the track conditions at all. I think a lot of drivers will be slightly frustrated by that. Casper Flack finds himself now holding down 5th position in this race, with Talesborough a further second back and Nordic Ninja a further second back from him, as Thomas Covers very gingerly on those soft tyres coming out of the pits. Yasisaki also still very close to the back of Mario's Formula in the battle for the final spot on the podium.
Yeah, but remember, Casper Flack is 12 seconds penalties. I don't see how.
Very true.
So Paul leads. Look at the lead he's got. He's had the most superior pace all race. I think this was all a foregone conclusion, and we apologise for hyping up what could have been a championship fight. But Paul, Casper, even though he's in 6th, I imagine he's going to fall out the points by the end of the race. 4 to go.
Yeah, you would think so with 12 seconds, but Paul has been the perfect definition of faultless in this Brazilian Grand Prix. Pole position, and not quite the fastest lap at the moment, but he is going to get the race win, barring any major whoopsies. Can he steal the fastest lap away? I think with the drivers on the slick compound tyres, if the rain does continue to subside, he'll be missing out on that 1 point to not quite get a full Grand Slam.
No, I don't think he needs it, though. Talesborough is trying to chase down Casper Flack and cause even more pain to the championship loser, I gotta say. Second place in the championship is the first loser and the biggest loser. But Talesborough going to try and put the final nail in the coffin now. He's getting everything he's got, but Casper Flack will not be a champion tonight. He will have to try and see if he can win F2, and there's another slide in Talesborough, because I saw that from a long while away. Great reflexes from Talesborough, and that's why he's got 0 seconds of penalties, and Casper Flack has 12 seconds of penalties. Still fighting, as that is the worst camera angle ever. And I imagine Yeah, he's sliding everywhere. I wouldn't be surprised if he just lets him go here, and he's nearly collided into him. Should be a formality.
It's not going to be the championship, but it has been a drive worthy of a Centurion. It has to be said for Casper Flack, who's put on quite the show, fought incredibly hard, but is going to end up probably scoring 0 points, nil points in the season.
He's hit him again as well.
Yeah, a bit of a love tap there into the centre. His Nordic Ninja probably going to help himself. For people wondering why it is the F1 World liveries, we'll just hold that thought for a moment, because we could have a nice little scrap down the Retro Poster. I think Nordic Ninja's going to get boxed in behind tails for Casper Flack. Probably going to lose out here. Bit of a bump and run from Nordic Ninja. Makes contact with both cars, but does assume 7th place. The reason we're running the F1 World cars is because equal cars are not equal on this game, unfortunately. So to balance that out, we're running the standard F1 cars, yes.
Not because of controversial issues, but because apparently they can't calculate. Oh dear. Casper Flack's still losing it. He's going to be losing all these positions as well in the meantime, as Paul is about to start his 2-lap warning. The 2-lap victory parade. This is basically, he is not going to lose that 5.6 second lead. He just coast home to victory and take the trophy. Look at this. This is a battle for third. Marios getting overtaken by Yasuo Saki. Still a fight, by the way, for 6th place between Nordic Ninja and Tails, where it is Nordic Ninja going to find another position here. This would be pretty good for him. He would get to 22 points if he were to get this and overtake... No, he won't overtake Shabby, but tell you what, he's been in mid-pack all season, but he hasn't been anything but boring. He has pulled off some audacious moves, and Casper Flack. At least he's kept it on the track. At least he's not crashed. At least he's fighting with honour, but at what cost? 12 seconds of penalties, and there's a yellow flag. I do believe it's
Casper Flack, I think, getting out of the way. He's nearly dropped it, and he's letting Diogo Silva go through. I think Casper Flack may have waved the white flag.
He's got no fuel! He's got no fuel! Casper Flack has no fuel in the tank whatsoever, and he's still got to do another lap! Casper Flack is lost. That's it. Paul, I don't even need to wait until the line. He is going to be your F2 champion by a country mile as well. Look at that. DRS enabled. What a time to get it. What a time to get your title. And this is going to be a chance for... is there no DRS? No, I don't think he could get DRS at the time. Well, he could at the start, and that would be for the final podium spot. And, Casper Flack, he's still going on. He's going to have to do a whole lap. Well, he might as well do a Derek Redmond. It is now.
It is now. Mario's formula, though, is not done as he sends it up the inside of Yasuo Saki and gets back onto the podium with just 8 corners remaining.
I'm sorry, I missed that. I didn't remember. It's not over. Of course, there is still the final corners to go, and here he comes, Paul. Not only does he win it here tonight, he wins the race in phenomenal style. He takes the final victory and cements his championship in fantastic fashion. Christian, with a fantastic race, gets on the board with 2nd place, but it's going to be Marios that gets 3rd in the race and 3rd in the championship. Only just in the race, anyway. Lawrence going to get 5th. Tailsborough will be finishing 6th. Nordic Ninja finishes in 7th. There's going to be run to the line for 9th place, and it's going to be... Diogo Silva going to get 8th place, because I think there's a penalty. Yeah, Carlitos is a penalty, so he's down to 10th. Jan is going to finish... Ecosauce has finished in the points.
Yeah, Carlitos had quite a few penalties.
Oh, yeah, he did. Meanwhile, Casper Flack, he's still going to finish the race, but with no fuel.
Well, I mean... as efforts go, he gave it absolutely everything. Went for the alternate strategy, started on the inters, didn't quite work out in the end, but put up quite a fight. Fought for every single position, and we can only respect it from Casper Flack. But in the end, it was an impossible task, and it did turn out to be completely insurmountable.
ET8 Paul 118 points, 4 wins, 8 podiums.
Outstanding. Outstanding. Have to say, he has been the class of the field, ET8 Paul, in that Pink Panther car. You can do the tune now if you want.
No, not doing it.
Not even for the championship.
No. Yasser Saki gets the fastest lap, so he gets 9 points from tonight, so that should take him up to 22. So good job for him. Misses out the podium, no. Hall won the title. Didn't look close, did it? 33 points the gap. Christian, by the way, getting up to 12 points. That should place him between Evan Nye and Imsapala and further down to the field. Actually, no, I think Lawrence, he's going to double his score as well. But, no, Christian will get the position because, of course, he finished in the second place, the higher spot. Yeah. Casper Flack, the worst race of his life, I have to say. Yes, on paper, he gave it everything, but the gamble was just too much. Casper Flack didn't practice. Oh my word.
He put on quite a show, though.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, for people that are still here, thank you very much for watching this whole season. Obviously, I've been here for the entirety of it. Logan, you only joined me halfway through, but it's been a lot of fun, I think you can agree.
Yes, it has. And now we have to take a break.
We do.
We will be back. I'll be back. For season 38. Jeez, are we still keeping count? That will start on... For our division, it will start on the 21st of October, and we will be in Melbourne, Australia, before then heading to Texas, then Belgium, then Canada, then back to Qatar. We've got Monaco, we're back to Britain, the Dutch Grand Prix, host Zandvoort, back to Jeddah, oh no. We'll take a break at Christmas, and then we'll finish with 3 races in Japan, Las Vegas, and finally Bahrain on January 20th.
Well, from my side to finish off, it's been an absolute pleasure. A lot of fun, as it always is. Just to shout out the sponsors as well. PSGL sponsored by GT Omega and Sim Racing Centre. Check out those sites. The links are in the description. Use the code PSGL for a couple of discounts. A lot of fun, and hopefully we'll be back next season with a bang.
Absolutely. So it's been an absolute pleasure being here as well. I just want to shout out to Connor, Big C, been fantastic hospitality. Jess, my manager, absolutely amazing lady. You, of course, T-Dub, cheers. Byron Hale, although she's not in the box right now, I do think she's making a comeback. Did the first part of the season. All the drivers that competed, whoever you were, thank you for putting on a show for the viewers out there. The viewers for enduring us for the past 12 or 13 weeks. Your commitment is impeccable. And hopefully next season I can actually afford to stream not through the PlayStation for once. No, I'm not lazy to use Elgato or anything. I just can't because my system won't allow it. Oof. But let's hope next season will be an absolute blast as well. And I hope to be back next season. It'll be quite the interesting what happens next season. But again, I've been Otaka Logan. He's been T-Dub. The poll is on the pole position. That was horrible, I know. But he is your champion of F2. Congratulations, F1's already been decided. Luca Rapasso's won the title, but there's still a race to be had there. Go tune in. I will see you next season, 21st of October. You remember the date. And of course, keep tuned in to the Elite Division. PCF1, still on Wednesdays. You can't wait for the next one. It's Qatar. Sorry, not Qatar. No, it's a break week. Darn it! And then it's Las Vegas on October 9th. then Texas, Brazil, and Abu Dhabi. I do apologise. Yeah, we will see you next season. Thank you all for watching, and see you in season 38.
See you later.
Bye.